Welcome everybody back to another episode of the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host, Loopie. Alongside me are also your hosts, Lyrics, Jelani Muna, E. Crystal. Say hello, everybody.
One family.
Hello.
I just realized I put the names in the wrong order. I only figured it out now, but let me just fix that. How's everybody doing today? Lyrics, how are you doing, man? You haven't been on the podcast quite a lot, bro.
I'm doing good. I'm exhausted, but I'm doing very good.
Hell yeah, bro. You want to tell these people what you doing tomorrow?
Oh, God.
I'm waking up and I'm living my life.
That's good.
I'm joking. I'm dropping this.
He's dropping a song.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can call me
Oh, God. What's it called?
the Lyrics Leroy.
Oh, Christ. Okay. It better be good. Jelani Muna,
It is.
how are you doing today, bro?
I'm doing fine, but for some reason, you appear frozen, and I don't know why.
That is quite strange. If you want to leave and join back, you can.
Alright.
E. Crystal, how are you doing today?
I am I'm great. I've got back from the dream world. People down there are good. They don't trip too much, you know. So, how are you?
Thank you for asking. I'm doing fucking fantastic. Today's a good day, bro. What's up, Jelani?
Today
Hey.
Today-
Now Loopie's like a loading screen. Yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, just
I'll roll with it.
just give
is
it some time.
this face a loading screen like it's looping?
Yes, it's looping.
Why
that
do you
was
think my
creative.
name is fucking Loopie, bro?
That was my pun.
Well, Jimmy doesn't like it apparently because he's biting me.
Well, let me check again.
Okay.
So
Today's a special day.
Hey everyone,
Yes.
you continue.
Oh, okay. So today is a special day, but I will wait for Jelani Muna to join here, for us to actually start talking about this. But, hey. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Alright, it's good now. It's good.
It's good? Alright, hell yeah. We live podcast.
Yeah, we live.
we're doing live.
We do it live. Fuck it. Okay.
Yes.
Now listen up, y'all. Today is a very special day, and I only realized that it was a special day today because of Chris. Thank you for reminding me. But today is 1 year of the Loophole Podcast. We fucking did it, bros. 1 fucking year. How the fuck did we do that, bro? We've been through some...
With a brain.
We did that with a brain and, conversations and shit. We fucking worked hard, I guess. I mean... We brought guests over, we started talking about the stupidest shit, but, we still made it a lot of fun. I do have a statement that I'm going to read out, and then we can start talking about different episodes in which we enjoyed, if you guys remember even doing certain episodes. Jelani, you still are new to the podcast, and you haven't actually interviewed someone before. Next week, I'm going to try to get a guest, for the podcast, because I definitely want to... see how you interview other people. You definitely did good on the Shrug interview. But I'm gonna read this statement, alright? Y'all probably already seen it if you've gone on Instagram or Snap or whatever, but I'm just gonna repeat it on YouTube, and then we could start talking about different episodes. But hey, 1 year of the Loophole fucking podcast, bros. So I mean, I speak on behalf of the crew when I say that this podcast is what keeps us going every Friday. It doesn't feel like a chore. It doesn't feel like a task. It just feels like a normal conversation with a couple friends and a camera. And the world just witnesses us, talking about whatever the fuck we want. we try to be the main source for people to get to know other artists and public figures and things like that. We've been doing a good job with finding the best guests possible, and we've had the best experiences, and I mean, most importantly, we had fun doing it. We've gone through quite some shit, alright, especially with firing and having to recruit, and then, just figuring out how to keep this family going and keep the podcast going, because that's what, I guess, truly matters. But it's a lot more difficult than it looks to ensure this family keeps growing strong, especially with each member's own grind. Lyrics with his own videos and music, Jelani with his show, and E Crystal with his videos and merch and shit. So, hey, I have a lot of fun doing the podcast every minute, and I'm super happy that we got to make this last 1 year. Hope to make it last many more years, and hell fucking yeah, happy 1 year Loophole Podcast.
Damn.
Thank you for your beautiful words, bro.
Hey, I just had to fucking deliver a speech, alright? Fucking 1 year, bros. Like,
That's a lot.
I find it crazy to me. What did you say, Chris?
Everyone did.
What else happens for like 1 year other than that?
Yo, what's up?
I'm going in the shower. Talking to this parents.
Let me think.
Chris.
SpongeBob. How long does SpongeBob go on for?
It went on for 22 years.
Okay, hold up. What about Ed and Eddie? What about that show? You remember Ed and Eddie? How long did that go on for?
Yeah. I don't know, but I don't think it goes on. I don't think it goes on anymore. I think it kind of ended. Like, I think it. What I'm guessing is it kind of. I feel like it lasts like about 5 years, but I don't know.
Okay, I've done my research.
Let me go look it up.
I already looked it up, way ahead of you, Jelani. So this Ed and Eddie actually lasted for 10 years and has had 69 episodes.
Okay, what about? Look up the shows that lasted less than a year.
There's many shows.
I know one.
What?
It's not a show. It's the LDP podcast.
Oh, Lyrics is...
Drama yeah, my podcast lasted for like 2 episodes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I had a podcast before the Loophole Podcast. The podcast felt like a chore and we weren't doing much, so that lasted only like 1 month.
Damn. Loopie, I have
was
some
different
big
about
news
it
that I have
made
to
it
tell you
feel like-
later in private.
Okay, bro.
About the podcast.
The best TV shows that lasted only 1 season: Battlestar Galactica, Police Squad, The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., My So-Called Life, Freaks and Geeks, Undeclared, The Tick. Anyways, we're gonna be lasting way longer than all of these shows, hopefully.
All those shows, we did better then.
Basically.
Ain't that? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're
Crazy.
on top. We're not touching the grass, we're touching the sky. Ain't that fucking right?
Yeah, reach the top.
I got my
Well, I
salami
like-
sandwich. Rose.
Who made you a sandwich? Is that who came in there? Someone made you a sandwich?
I made my own sandwich, bro.
Oh. That
Loopie
was
is
bad.
independent.
Yeah.
I want somebody to be around constantly just for the sole purpose to make me a sandwich. That's my next goal. I'm gonna try to get that in life. That's my life goal.
Let's talk about previous episodes of the podcast. Jelani, how familiar are you with previous episodes of the podcast, like before you became host?
Well, I mean, I remember me being a guest on the podcast, like around like April time or so. And The first time I was ever on the podcast, I thought it was pretty great. On that, I can't really remember that much about what happened, but just the feeling of being on podcast, was so great.
Yeah, and it was kind of difficult, like the whole recruiting thing. Like I remember it being very difficult for us to like come with a definite answer on whether you were a host or not. It was very stressful, honestly, because like I see a lot in you, like especially with this show, and I know what you can do, and I definitely see something in the future, like after we're all fucking grown up and done with studies and shit, like I definitely see something that many others do not see, which is why, having you on the Loophole Podcast, you definitely got the whole interviewing thing down. You definitely got the whole topic thing down. You're able to talk about different things, and you're able to have this ability of switching the subject even during the topic. And that cannot be slept on. Lyrics, what would you say, like, your more, like, memorable moments of being on the podcast, like, depending on guests or episodes?
My favorite, or just which I remember?
I guess, like, the most memorable ones, the ones that you enjoyed the most.
I enjoyed a lot when we did this one podcast with Seth Trojan.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's probably like the person, like, since, like, as a guest that I followed, like, the most, because, like, I actually like his music a lot. Also, the one with Rick 48.
Hell yeah, bro.
And my favorite episode probably so far is the one with Naheem.
Naheem, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, it was fun. We did the quiz and all of that.
Yeah.
And we should bring that back to the podcast.
Oh, we've done trivias before. It's just that we've never done it, like, without guests. And since we're 4 people, I think we might do trivia again at some point today. But I think it was the first time we did trivia ever. So with Naheem, Naheem and I've been, like, I guess, rocking with each other since before this channel was created. 5 days ago, this channel actually reached its 2 years. So I mean, hey.
Damn.
What else? Shit. The one with Seth Trojan was pretty cool. Ziddy was also helping us. The one with Rick 48 was a lot of fun. No, definitely some fun episodes. Chris, do you have some episodes in which you, I guess, remember more than others, and ones that you enjoy the most?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. I was over here thinking while y'all were talking. I think there's a moment whenever, I don't remember what episode it was, but we were just talking, and then I said something about Ellen, and then you called her, but it was like and it was one of the funniest things, because I just didn't see it coming.
Oh, it was the episode where we were just, like, you and me.
Oh, yeah.
Lyrics couldn't make it, and Jelani wasn't a host back then. It was just you and me.
Not to be mean, but it's just that moment was funny to me. And then I can make a moment really quick. Britney Spears is free. Okay, sorry. I just want to throw that out there. There's a moment.
We'll talk about that later in the podcast, because I do want to talk about that.
I know. I can make it. I just want to make that moment. There it is.
Yep.
Loopie, what about you?
You got a moment?
Oh, y'all are asking me now. I have a lot of moments.
Yes.
And I'm probably the one that remembers the most, probably because this is my podcast. The one we did with Scheme was actually pretty cool because I got to learn so much about Scheme, and I got like, he is one of my like biggest influences, and just hearing more about his story, even before the whole face reveal thing, I think it was rather amazing to hear. The one with Joven was fucking hilarious.
Oh, I forgot that.
Yeah, the one with Joven, the 2 times that Joven has been on the podcast were fucking amazing. The disco time guy. Fucking hell, this dude is fucking amazing. We haven't talked for a while, but hey, Joven, if you're watching this, bro, shout out to you, bro. You're fucking awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty close to passing him, aren't I? Hold on, let me check.
I see him in what, subscribers?
Yeah. Oh no, he's at 20.
I think like that.
Hey, nah.
Man, no,
Like, I wonder how he's doing. I'm this close to passing him.
No.
no.
No, I'm. It's just like friendly competition. I know, like, I do see his story a lot of times. He does work kind of a lot, so that's probably what causes us to not be talking all that much. But but Joven's doing well for himself, man. He's a good guy. The one with MBK Pook, but lyrics you weren't on there, and I think E Crystal and Ziddy were there. I don't know if you remember a Pook, Chris.
Yeah, I remember somebody. He's black.
No, he's white.
Well, that's a black name.
Pook. Yeah, he did grow up like around like I guess the gang life. Wait.
Was he drunk whenever we talked to him?
No, he was completely fine. He actually had like one of the more like inspiring like messages and shit. Let me go on the podcast account because he is on the Instagram actually.
Okay.
I feel like God had a heart.
I don't remember names. I hope nobody takes that personally.
I'd say recently this year, actually, I believe in God.
Him.
I believe this.
Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. He had a very inspiring message, on the podcast, which is why he's on the Instagram. Another good moment, what would it be? Nampson. Chris, it was just you and me and Nampson. We saw ourselves on the fucking play button, bruh.
Oh yeah, I remember him too.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember
We
that.
saw ourselves on the fucking play button. You know what that means. We're on track to fucking get that shit, so...
That was a good moment. That was cool to me. I like that.
Yeah. That was...
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
I think a favorite moment of mine when Loopie tried that Bean Boozled.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I gotta bring it. Either that or the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, I think the Chick-fil-A sauce was funny for me. Because, like, I enjoyed it at the same time as, like, hating it. Absolutely fucking being disgusted by the Chick-fil-A sauce. But it was funny. I about fucking died with the fucking Carolina Reaper bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that that was really funny. I'm trying to think of another moment. We brought a lot of guests on the podcast. Oh, y'all remember when I hit up Notch, like creator of Minecraft, and he was being an absolute dick to me because I tried to invite him to the podcast?
Yeah, but
What did he
what
say?
did he respond?
Bro, he responded like with like a huge paragraph of words, basically just being an absolute dick to me and insulting my work and shit.
Huh?
So
Why?
because I invited him to the podcast. That's it. I wanted to
Why
talk
didn't
about
he just say no?
Yeah, he could have just said no and fucking moved on, but instead he decided to go on a fucking philosophical trip and then say, oh, no, you don't know my answer because I never gave you an answer. And I'm like, bro, you're talking bullshit to me like that. You clearly, that means something. You can't say, hey, you better learn to, know that you can't get what you want, especially when I don't know what the fuck you're talking about and shit like that. But at the same time, let me join your podcast.
Hey,
And
give
I'm
me
like,
one.
Like, I don't know. It's not logical at all. So,
I mean, Notch has been kind of exposed out there on
true,
not being the greatest person.
true. But my intentions were not to talk about these moments. All right, my intentions were just to highlight everything that Notch has done and just his thought process and things like that. And he is a very accessible person. You can talk to him on Twitter, like throughout the public shit. Since that's all
You
he.
can know Minecraft. Isn't that a thing?
What's up?
Does he still own Minecraft, or does someone else own it? Did he sell that?
Microsoft.
No, I think he gave it to Microsoft.
Yeah, Microsoft owns Minecraft since like 2015 or so.
Use it as motivation. Get like very rich, buy the game and delete it.
That's not how fucking companies work, bro.
And then you're gonna be like,
Well, actually, no, it kind of does.
You're gonna do now.
That's what Twitter did with Vine. I
why?
I still don't fucking.
Because they weren't making any profit off of Vine. You can't make, because how can you put like ads on Vine? Videos are 6 seconds long.
What? Well, dude, just like Instagram doesn't have fucking ads
TikTok.
when you're scrolling down the shit. Yeah,
Oh
TikTok.
yeah.
I never liked it. I couldn't get into it. Like those little quick jokes. It was like they would always go right over my head. So I was just watching a bunch of people try to be funny, and I didn't like it.
Oh, I don't know.
I never had Vine.
I've had Vine, and I actually had a Vine profile where I had a bunch of my old Vines. I might do a stream where I react to them again. They're like
God.
7 years ago.
Oh God.
7 years ago, Lil Dylan FIFA HD, bruh.
Little Dylan, but HD.
I've learned that. Oh, my back hurts really bad. I think I slept on it wrong. What the hell?
Oh, did the dream world fucking consist of karate lessons or what?
Yeah, I guess the dream world was like they just went off on my back. How dare them?
Fucking hell, bro. Go back in the dream world and just smack the shit out of them.
Oh, I'm about to beat the
Yeah.
hell out of somebody in dream world. They about to get it. Y'all ever heard those moments in dreams where you're trying to punch somebody, but your punches are like really light, and you like, and like, but they shit hurt. Like they can hit you hard than a bitch, but then whenever you try to hit them, it's like all light and like they're like a sponge.
Yeah.
You ever scream in a dream and no sound comes out until you wake up?
No, that never happened to me.
Yeah.
But
What about
this
like
is a weird thing.
paralysis?
There's this phenomenon where not everybody, but most people do this. Like you can't run in grass, but you can run on the street. Anybody? No.
Maybe. I've had dreams where I've been fucking like floating around and like, or no, I've had a dream where, many dreams actually, where I kick the ball, like out of the fence, all right, and I follow the ball and fly where the ball goes, fucking going in some Spider-Man bullshit in my dreams. Has anyone had that before?
No.
I mean, that sounds like a great dream.
No, it sucks because you intentionally throw the ball out of the fence. When that's not what you want to do. You want to keep the ball, play around with it, score some goals, boom, celebrate. You realize it's all for nothing because you don't have a professional contract. No, but like you follow the ball as if you're fucking like it's fucking weird.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Um,
So that means like when the ball goes down, you go down too.
Yeah, but except like the ball kind of works like a pinball and just like wherever it bounces super fucking far. I don't know. It feels weird. Or sometimes
You might can sell that. You might can sell that.
I mean, it sounds like a good fucking superhero movie when you think about it, but honestly, like it was completely out of my control.
Y'all remember that movie in Hancock where he just jumps out of prison?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how you can actually physically touch the sky though.
I don't think you can. No, you can't.
The sky
Can you?
is
No.
not an object. It is.
I mean, you
just,
can go touch a star, but then you're not. Then you're just touching a star.
If you're touching the
Well, I
star,
mean, touch
it
the
is.
cloud then.
If
The
you're-
cloud.
Stars are fucking hot. Okay.
Exactly. Like the sun, just
You
smaller.
can't touch a cloud because clouds are just vapor, so you just go right through them.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to think that like you could walk on clouds.
I used to think that too, and like I used to think that there was actually like scientific proof of it until
What?
very recently, actually.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah, because like the clouds are so thick. Like, so I'm thinking.
I used to think that the moon only followed me.
Yeah.
I
Like
I
when you
remember-
go like on car rides, it feels like it's following you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I remember I asked my mom. I was like, "Why does the moon only follow me? Like that nigga, he gets annoying." And then she was like, "Son, you're a narcissist." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "It's just so high up that it looks like it's following you." And I remember thinking, "She's a liar. The moon is following me."
gosh.
Well, did that apply with the sun as well? Like, did you think the sun was following?
No, because I didn't really pay I didn't pay too much. You don't stare right at the sun, but you can stare right at the moon. So I always anyway.
Anyways, the moon has been on a pursuit to chase every clueless child, for the past
Yeah.
couple billion years.
Yeah. The moon is a gangster. It's like, give me all your money.
Oh god. Oh god dang it.
It's
That's bad.
kind of sad, honestly, but man, I'm trying to think of
Right.
other like moments of the podcast in which it was like very memorable. Like,
I don't.
hold on, I gotta
One
check.
time we talked about like some like scary experiences that we all had.
Yeah,
I remember
that was with Prosper. I remember Prosper. He's a good kid. He doesn't really talk to anybody anymore though.
Well, isn't that the Twitch streamer
Yeah, he doesn't really talk to anybody
with like
anymore.
very good camera quality?
Yeah,
Why doesn't he talk anymore?
I don't know. I mean, he's just living his life, I guess.
Wait,
Oh,
he
okay.
doesn't stream anymore?
He hasn't streamed in quite a fucking long time, so I mean, I'm not entirely sure. No.
I'm trying to remember who.
Okay, so there was also Ganny. You know, me and Chris interviewed Ganny, who was actually the first female podcast
Oh, yeah.
guest. So that was
Wait, she was on a podcast?
yeah, she was on a podcast. You missed it.
Isn't that the moment?
Yeah,
Damn, I missed that.
yeah. I mean, you missed quite a few podcasts, but I mean, it was for a good reason, anyways. That's why I'm not mad at you for it.
By the way, I'm not a fan. I sound like an obsessed fan when I was like, was Gandhi on a podcast? Yeah. That's creepy. I'm not.
Oh, I don't remember the one. That I remember, kind of. I remember a moment when I was shit-faced drunk, and I was chasing Allison down the street.
Yeah, that shit was fucking funny. Yeah,
Wait, what?
that was.
I remember that.
Wasn't that on the Tripped Up episode? No, on the Tripped Up episode. No, that was like the week before the episode with Tripped Up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't think I'd get that drunk with a guest.
There was actually Van who was planning on getting drunk right after the podcast, in which he actually did. Y'all remember
Oh,
actually?
I
Van?
remember that.
He almost was a host of the podcast, but he said no. So
Damn.
yeah,
Actually,
actually,
I don't remember him.
the Bulgarian dude.
The Bulgarian. I don't even know what they look like. Is that a black or white?
He a white dude. He's young. He's 21 years old, but he looks like he's 54. No, I'm joking. He looks like he's like 12.
Yeah.
It's actually normal.
Wait,
Most of the cops are.
Oh, I remember.
They're
I remember.
he's the one that wanted
That's
pictures of
my best
Jace
friend, I
Tom.
think. Well, that's my best friend. He's my homie.
You didn't remember
We
him, but
talk every single day.
every single day we talk.
Every day.
But Van actually reached out to me and wished me like said some good words about the Shrug album, and I was like super happy about that shit because he kind of
He's like.
he hasn't
Wait,
been active.
my bad.
He's been too lazy to fucking stream. He told me so. Man, I wish because like his community is amazing, man. Chris, you might remember King Blitz, right?
King Blitz. Well, don't ask me.
Bro, it was me and you interviewing King Blitz. He's the dude with 200,000
Alright,
subscribers.
Instead of asking me they're asking me the name because I won't remember. Just hit me with what it looked like.
He was black. Red wall behind him.
I remember him.
Yeah. He was also great. He was almost on the album, but I forgot to ask him. There was a Nameson thing. There was man. There was a lot that happened. Yeah, Rick 48, definitely. All right.
He was really cool.
I have one moment that hurt me, but it was still memorable. When I raced the Mario Bros. World record holder in a speedrun battle, and I lost. It was embarrassing, okay? I didn't even beat the game.
Oh my god. I remember this.
Yeah. Hey, Nivsky actually joined the stream and said hello to me, and I was kind of surprised because I didn't think that he would actually like stick around for a stream, but he did. It was the one where I was making a beat, and yeah, man, Nivsky's a really cool dude, man.
I remember a bad
You gotta
moment.
try again, though. You have to try again.
We'll see if he joins back. He would have to do some crazier shit, but
Let me set the stage for this moment, right?
all right.
So Loopie had this bright idea. He said, "You know what we're going to do today? We are going to take phone calls." I said, "Well, Loopie, we gotta set up a little better before we take phone calls." Loopie was like, "No, we're just gonna take the phone calls." I was like, "All right." So he'd answer it, and they would talk for a couple seconds, and he's like, "All right, they seem cool," and he would let them speak, right? So this one kid calls. I can't remember his name. I'll call him Cartman. So he calls, and he's like, "Oh, Loopie, you're so cool and blah blah blah, and congratulations on this, and we're happy about this, and you're doing good on there." So I'm like, but I could tell by his voice that I was not about to like this character, right? So next thing I know, or Loopie says, "Oh yeah," and Loopie says, "Oh, and Chris, he said something about me," and then the dude goes, "Oh, you mean the," and he said two words that I can't even say live because we would get.
Yeah.
But I mean, and here's the thing, right? I'm live, and I've never had someone say some stuff like that to me live, so I was just hurt and shocked and angry, right? Because I didn't want to get calls anyway. But yeah, that was a very memorable moment.
Yeah.
Can you
Let's do that
describe,
again.
like, the words?
No.
Like, describe them. Like, don't say the words.
Describe
No,
them?
describe.
They were
He
terrible.
called me a mentally challenged, but the R word, okay, and a black person, but like the bad slang that starts with an N.
Now I understand.
Yeah, so I was
But
like,
is the R word forbidden on YouTube?
so he goes, "Oh, you mean that word?" And then it caught me off guard, and I was like, "Wait a second,
It caught
what
me off
is
guard
this?"
too. Yeah. The reason I continued with the phone call thing and is because I just had a bit of hope. All right, there were a few people that rocked with us that were on the live that needed or that wanted a chance to talking to us on the podcast. I did not want to ruin it for them, at the same time, I didn't want to ruin it for Chris, who's just had to go through this stupid shit. And the episode went well for the most part. It went well for the most part until we got calls from the same person, but from different numbers. No one knows how the fuck he did that, by the way.
He just probably just like, downloaded a quick text app and then just changed it.
Yeah.
And called back.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's that simple,
Yeah.
really.
He probably also
I think
had.
Google had a product like that.
Yeah. Well, we used a program for that because we were not about to put our real numbers but I stopped. I uninstalled that app because I was getting spam calls and spam messages because I think this was somebody's old phone number on my fucking app. I get a call and it was like, "Hi, can I speak to Terry?" And I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I just I don't know. But shout out to you, Terry, if you're watching this. You didn't have to change your number, or you probably did have to. But yeah, I felt bad. But
is it illegal to prank call people?
Well,
No.
No,
I don't think so.
It isn't unless it's harassment. It is liable for complaints and shit. So if it's not harmful, and if it's just one little funny call and shit, in which it doesn't consist of harassing the other person or wasting that person's time, then yes. If you prank call 911, you're obviously gonna go to fucking jail.
Yeah, when I was younger, I think I was 16. I made a prank phone call. Okay, so I was drunk and I was with a bunch of friends, and I have a house, a lot of them, and this one house I bought for two of my friends because they were homeless with their cat, and I was like, yeah, you can. So I helped them out. Anyway, so we're sitting in the living room at that house, and I was drunk, and I was like, what I'm gonna do? Let's prank call some people. So I grab my phone and I scroll, right? And then I click on the any number, whatever one that popped up, and then I called it. I wasn't even thinking, because if it was in my contacts, then people wouldn't care, So I get on the phone. I hear "Go for Tony." That's their voicemail. And I go.
Excuse me.
I say, Dougie, and I was just calling to let you know that I be hiding in the bushes outside your house, or I might be hiding in the bushes outside your job. I'm gonna hide in the bushes somewhere, and I'm gonna catch you by yourself, and I'm gonna be butt-ass naked with a chicken mask on, and I guarantee you I'll get a bit of ass for you to beat me off of you. I'm waiting for this for a long time, Tony. You've been teasing me. Oh, you've been teasing me. Well, the teasing's over, because when I see you, that ass is mine, Tony. I'm gonna get that ass. And I hang up, right? So, so the next day, there's a knock at the door. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up, I walk to the door, I'm hungover, the sun's all up in my eye. I open the door, and there are 4 police officers, 2 detectives, and they have their guns drawn like I'm some kind of serial R-word, serial rapist, right? So I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what are y'all doing here? What's going on? And they were like, we're looking for blah, 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 which is my real name. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's me. And they said, okay, well, you're going to have to come with us because you called a detective. I accidentally called my parents' domestic violence detective and told him that I was going to R-word him in the bushes outside of his job. And I didn't know it was a detective. I had no clue. But I'd saved that number whenever my parents had gotten into a fight.
Shit.
Anyway, they take me to this room, and there's a 2-way mirror, and I'm I'm in a murder movie or something. And so I'm sitting at this investigation table, and they start questioning me where's the chicken mask? Do you have a chicken mask? And I'm like, no, I don't. And I was all just lying. It was all supposed to be funny. It was a prank call. And then finally, I started crying, and they were like, okay, we'll let you go. Because I was about to go to jail for conspiracy to do that to assault
Yeah.
sexually a police officer.
Oh god, fucking damn, shit. But that is quite a story.
You got interrogated. It's like, I can just imagine it. You in the interrogation room, and you'd be like, "What is going on? Why am I here?" It's like, well, you did try to. Let's say this. You did try to put your way into a police officer. Tried to rape detective. It's like you own rape.
It was one of those things, man, where the world was just doing me so dirty at the time. And I can't, and like what I said was so unbelievable. I literally said I was hiding in the bushes, butt ass naked with a chicken mask on outside of his job. It was like who says that? And then it just happens to be a domestic violence detective. And they found me. They found me.
It sounds like something on the Boondocks.
Say what?
Yo, remember the Boondocks episode where it was like Chris Hansen and like the booty warrior, Felice Johnson, was like, I came here looking for booty. Remember that? You remember that episode? It's like, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
We can do this the hard way. Oh no.
That's essentially what you did.
What's up, Tux? Nothing much, just played on the server. Hey, Tux has made a Minecraft server after my clothing brand NI. And I think I might do streams where I actually hop in that Minecraft server and do some stuff, man. Because Tux, out of nowhere, just started to make a fucking server after NI. And I was like, you know what? Why not?
I think I just seen the ghost.
Well, fuck.
The ghost was live on stream, like my camera seen it.
Well, damn. So, there's a chance that survival Minecraft streams will happen. That's about it.
So, I've been trying to figure out what to do on my second channel, but at first I was thinking I could make another podcast with like my friends, and then I was like, well, I already do a podcast with my friends, so what the shit do I do? And then I was like, I can vlog. It could just be a second channel about vlogging. And I was like, no, that's what my main channel is. It's vlogging and much more. And then I was like, I don't know what to do. So do I make a video gaming channel where I play games on my phone, like Minecraft PE Pocket Edition? What do I do?
I have an idea, actually.
Lyrics, you look good. I got a good look at you now. You look good today.
I don't, but thanks.
What is that behind you? What is that red thing? I couldn't see in there.
It's a jacket.
That?
Oh, that's a jacket?
Yeah.
Was that North Korea?
Yeah. No, I'm not rich.
I have an idea for your second channel, Chris.
What'd you say, Loopie?
I have an idea for your second channel, Chris. How about...
Okay, but wait, don't say plant trees, because I was thinking about it and I was like, but who's gonna watch me plant trees?
I did not even say my idea. Like... Okay. Okay, my idea is that you should have extras, right, of, like, different things that couldn't make it to the main channel. Like, just things that are either too offensive or just too boring for it to be put on the main channel, kind of thing.
So I was thinking about that too. Like, what if I just
extras, yeah,
make unedited content? Like, I just like. So, for instance, last night I couldn't sleep, and I wanted to tell a story, but I didn't have anybody here, so I could do like a story time. But I don't know if anybody would like that.
Bro, you could try out the whole YouTube Shorts thing, or do it on do 60-second stories on TikTok, or do some of the like, I don't know, either make up like, you know, a scary story that, you know, deserves to be in a book or something, or just talk about your life in like 60 seconds. Maybe that's going to boost you in the algorithm if you do it on TikTok or with the whole YouTube Shorts thing. Because the whole YouTube Shorts thing, I mean, it's definitely new, and it's definitely going to change the game for YouTube as, you know, as time goes. So you could do something like that, do like eCrystal extras or something like that. What's up, LOD? Thank you for the congrats.
I just upload. How do I do upload shorts onto the second channel?
Mm-hmm.
I would do that.
Tux says story times are hella good. Why? Views. He's right.
So, story times is a good idea. Because I will sit down and just fucking talk. Not like I can, I can do that. I can do it now.
Why do you think you're on the Loophole Podcast, Chris? We love talking. That's what it's about, bro. So, I mean, you could definitely do, you could definitely do something of this sort, especially on your own platform, and I'm pretty sure that it would do you a lot of justice. Story times, shorts, honesty.
The first video on that second channel is going to be. It's going to be about the time I stabbed that bitch with a screwdriver.
I'm literally holding a screwdriver. Oh. The fuck?
Really?
I've been fucking...
Yeah,
I've been playing around with
I moved it Texas one time and I stabbed this bitch with a screw.
Oh.
Craziest moment in my entire life. I heard he went to prison for it, though.
Oh, fucking hell, bro.
Everyone, I'm gonna have to leave you guys.
Oh, damn.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
What, eat grapes?
Because of the screwdriver?
No. Eat the chicken.
Oh, chicken. Alright, well, hey, enjoy your chicken, bro.
Wait, can I see what it looks like? Is it crunchy or is it grilled? What kind of chicken are we talking about? Like, what kind of tier? Is it like...
It's not like
good?
chicken from like the chicken. I think it's like from pork or something like that. Not sure. It's food.
That's the
Oh my
most
God.
important part.
Yeah, it's edible, so it's
Exactly.
good. Yeah. Good.
Well,
Okay,
it was good
thanks
seeing you. I'm
for
glad that
having
you
me.
showed up for 1 year.
Huh?
And I said it's good to see you. I'm glad that you were here. I was trying to...
Yeah, glad you were here for
Let
the
you
1
go.
year, man.
Yeah, same. I'm glad to be here.
Hell yeah, bro. Hey, bless up, man. Happy 1 year.
He's
Alright,
gone.
just gonna...
Alright, now let's talk shit about him while he's gone, behind his back.
Yeah, what a fucking poop face. I'm joking. Hey, babe, welcome to the stream. If it's edible, it's fucking
Hello.
edible.
What?
Edible. Yep. Cryptid is on the not on the podcast. Well, maybe eventually. Cryptid is on the chat. Yeah, we started the stream with not any viewers, but that's my fault, I think, because yesterday I posted like 12 videos.
I could also talk about the time my friend, he died. Like, he literally died. And no one knew he was dead. And the next morning, it's a long story, but it was crazy.
Well, explain it. Good.
But the police don't know I was involved with that one, so maybe I shouldn't talk about that. Like, he did, okay, so he took acid. You know what acid is, Loopie?
Yeah?
Yeah, I know what acid is. Come on, bro.
Okay. So, usually you're only supposed to take, it's like a little piece of paper, and you're supposed to put it on your tongue. It's just one, and it dissolves. It's like that big, right?
Yeah.
And it just dissolves on your tongue, and then after a couple hours, you'll start feeling weird.
Yeah.
So, this dude takes, like, a whole, like that much of acid, and shoves it on, like a whole sheet. You call it a sheet if it's a lot. And shoves it, and then takes my bottle of vodka, Sky Vodka, and starts chugging it like it's water. And I look at him dead in his face, and I was like, bro, you're not gonna make it through the night. I don't know what you think you're doing, but this is not gonna be good. And then, long story short, the next morning, there was police officers and like sirens and stuff, and there was a woman on the phone calling the police because we were in the middle of a school field. And so I was like, oh my God. So I didn't want to leave my friend, right? So I go over to him and I pick him up by his feet, and then another one of my friends got him by the arm, and then I put my elbow right here under his knee, and then I felt something wet. He had peed and pooped all over himself, and I looked at his eyes, his face. He was turning blue and purple, and so like I dropped him, and then I was like, oh my God, and we took off running, never heard from him again.
Oh fuck.
That motherfucker died.
Oh God, fucking damn, bro.
Oh, it was really sad. It was sad, and I couldn't go to his funeral because I can't show. You know what? Like it's not my fault, but I told not to. But it kind of low key might be. I don't know.
Tux saying man was tasting the rainbow. Oh my fucking God.
He tastes like every color in the world, and even colors we don't even know about.
Yeah, he's there now. Wherever he is, it's either not pretty or pretty. I don't know. But his name was Dylan. Poor Dylan. He was such a weird character.
Bro, wait, weren't you talking about this Dylan guy like on that interview with Namson?
I don't remember.
Damn.
I don't know who Namson. You gotta show me a face to tell me what color they are.
It's the guy with the play button, bro. We saw ourselves on his play button.
Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, exactly. But it's like a whole story. It's like it comes full circle. So I feel like I got some crazy stories. So if I was to start a story time channel, then it would be nuts. It's just the fact that people probably wouldn't want to just sit and listen to me for talk about.
Who knows, bro? You have so many Storytime YouTube channels, and like, I bet you could do something great with Storytime channels. I might do trivia actually. You know what? I think it's time we do trivia.
You want to do trivia?
Let's do trivia. E Crystal versus
What
Jelani.
What type of trivia?
I'm gonna have a little bit of like YouTube trivia, and a little bit of oh crap, my fucking monitor died. Of course. All right, I'm gonna have to pull up chat on my phone.
How does a monitor die?
It
Isn't
overheats.
it like plugged in?
It just overheats, and the fucking pixels decide to all line up and just burn up. It's terrible for the screen. Okay. So 5 questions. So it's best out of 5 questions. Whoever gets it gets it.
I'm gonna win.
I'm gonna look exactly, what I can make, these questions out of. But
How do we make the questions related to the 1-year anniversary?
Yeah, that's what we're getting at.
I just don't know.
I'm looking real quick. Okay. First question. To the nearest number. How many guests have we had on the Loophole Podcast? Oh, I forgot buzzer sounds. Chris, what is your buzzer sound?
Boom.
Okay. Jelani, what is your buzzer sound?
Top.
I want top. Oh, okay, not. Sorry. Okay, first question. How many guests have we had on the Loophole Podcast?
10.
Chris.
10.
Jelani.
12.
The correct answer is actually 20. We've had 20 guests. One of the 20 guests was actually an episode where no one actually made it to the podcast, and I was by myself. So I did a community stream, so I'm counting that as one guest, basically. But, yeah, 20 guests on the podcast. So Jelani gets the point since he was closest to 20. Okay.
He cheated. No, I cheated.
Okay. Second question. Name 5 guests of the Loophole Podcast.
Top.
It was close to Jelani, but Chris said it first.
Okay, so this is okay. So we got Namston,
Mm-hmm.
We Schemes,
Yeah.
E Crystal,
Yes.
Jelani,
Yes.
and Van.
Okay, he definitely got that point. I mean, you both were guests at some point before being hosts, which is pretty funny. So, I just want to see, alright, for the sake of, like, you know, just for the fuck of it, if Jelani can name 5 guests without mentioning E Crystal or Jelani Muna.
Fine.
I mean, you've heard the 3 already. You can, like, already.
Yeah. So there was Genny,
Mhm.
the first does Doc count as a guest?
Doc was never on the podcast.
There was so Genny, We Schemes, and Nampstead.
Samuel Jackson.
No, almost though.
It's close. He's an asshole, man.
Who was that guy's name that was like, who was on there 2 times? You said was. Actually, wait, no, that would be giving me.
Yeah.
It's like.
Just think of like 2 different guests that like were on the podcast then.
Alright. Was see, cause like since I'm like a new host and everything, I didn't go by and watch like all episodes or anything.
It's okay. You did
Yeah, of course.
good. Question. I seen this on a different podcast. It was like a bunch of people, and they were all talking about very cringy stories. You know what I'm talking about? Do you have a cringy story, Loopy? Like really, like you think back on that story and like you want to die. Like that cringe. Can you hear me?
I blanked out. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I was watching this other podcast, and these people were talking about cringy stories, which is like stories that you like look back on and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened, or I can't believe I did that, and like it's just really embarrassing, but you wouldn't want to tell anybody. You know? Do you have any stories like that?
We could probably save that for like another episode.
Okay. Just a question.
Yeah, I mean, we could maybe like do that in another episode where we have like different story times. I've been wanting to do that since quite a while, but we never got to doing it. Hey, what's up, Banks? And Tux, yeah, you were right. Yeah. Okay. gonna think of another episode. Now, this is a trick question, okay? Let's see if someone has actually gotten the trick. But when was actually the first episode of the Loophole Podcast?
I wish this thing would stop.
Oh, Jelani?
Wasn't it supposed to be in June?
That's when it was supposed to be, but when was the first episode of the Loophole Podcast actually released?
August 12th.
Chris, do you have a guess?
Is it today, August 12th? Is that why you said that?
No, like
I know it was a while. It was like a year ago, right?
it was almost exactly a year ago.
I thought today was the 1 year anniversary.
Today is the 1 year anniversary, but that's only because we're 1 day off from the actual 1 year anniversary, and it's not on a Friday, unfortunately. So that's why there's a trick to it.
Let me think.
Are you talking about the exact? You're talking about the day of the week, not the.
No, I'm talking about the date. Like,
July 4th of 2000 and something. 20.
well, no. It was actually August 14th. None of you get the question correctly. So it's still 1-1.
And I was close.
So tomorrow will have been 365 days, but since today is Loophole Podcast episode and like we're 1 day off, it's basically as if it was like an anniversary episode. Okay. Happy birthday, Loophole. Hey, thank you.
Here.
Okay. I'm watching Bro. It's Banks. I like what y'all doing. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. Now, to the nearest day. Okay. This is the fourth question. When was the Loophole Podcast first ever publicized?
Is this the same question?
No.
I don't know.
No. It's like, when was it first introduced?
July. Oh, wait. Boom.
Oh, Chris?
July 5th of 2019.
Jelani?
I'm still going with June. June 2020.
Do you have an exact date?
I'm gonna just say June 16th, 20.
Okay,
Final
well,
answer.
the correct answer was actually June 29th, 2020, which means that Jelani's only 13 days off, which means he does get the second point. He is 1 point ahead of Chris. Top.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. This is the final question for the trivia. 8 plus 14 equals what? 22.
Oh.
I was asked that. Why do you ask me what 8 plus 14 is? I don't get it. Okay.
Oh no, man.
Last question for the Loophole Podcast. To the nearest episode number. Which episode number? Which episode number was it when Chris joined the Loophole Podcast as a host for the first time?
Um,
Someone gonna buzz.
I gotta think.
And look, we
Um,
oh, Jelani.
I'm gonna say episode
8?
18.
18. Okay, Chris. What do you think?
I think it was episode 19.
The correct answer is actually episode 16.
Damn it.
Yeah. Episode 18, I think, was the one where you chased Allison down the street.
Oh, that was a great one.
Your manager, Allison, by the way, because there's another Allison.
Well, she's not anymore. Well, I guess she's out of rehab now. She's she's doing good, but she's sober, and sober people are so.
So what?
Yeah, Chris. We.
It's one of those
What are you
things.
trying to say?
What do you
I'm
got?
gonna be
no,
straight
no.
edge.
This is what I mean. If you've done drugs, right, or like if you drink or do drugs or whatever, then you kind of build up this personality that wouldn't have happened if you didn't drink before, right? So then once you stop drinking, that personality and all those people that liked that personality, like that personality's gone. So it's like, oh, I just lost the person. Like that person is not even that person anymore. So it's like I can't talk to her. Which is kind of crazy because it's like, oh, but she doesn't want to talk to me because I guess I'm like a bad influence or something. Because I'm not going to change my lifestyle just because somebody else did. It's a lot.
Sorry, I wasn't laughing about that, but I mean, usually when people get out of rehab, it's like, especially like when they just got out of rehab, it's mainly to relearn different things. I mean, I remember Eminem had to relearn how to rap after he got out of rehab for, a drug problem. So, I mean, that personality might eventually come back, but just without a glass of whatever she was drinking. That's just how I see it, I guess. But
she was drinking rum. Really, really, really cheap rum.
okay.
By the gallon. By the gallon. Oh my God, she could down some rum. I say it with that much emphasis because, I mean, she used to carry around a backpack. I feel weird talking about her like this, but now remember, she's very professional and like she's a really good person. So she carried around this backpack and a suitcase and these bags, right? And I always thought that there was like paperwork or like stuff, manager stuff inside of it.
Yeah.
Well, one day she opens up this bag and she pulls out like 5 big gallon handle things. They're like this big of rum, like 5 of them. And I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna drink all of that? And she was like, yeah. And then she cracked one open. And by like 5 or 4 hours later, every one of those bottles were halfway empty because she had got so drunk that she forgot that she had opened. So she'd open up another one and drink it halfway, and then she'd open up another one and drink it halfway.
Oh my goodness. Damn.
I was just in shock.
It would be shocking, especially if it's someone that works for you. So
Yeah, but it was great. We used to drink all the time. We'd drink. That was fun.
yeah. But obviously, if she went
So
to
who
rehab,
won the trivia?
Actually, we're done with the trivia. It was 3-1. The last question that was asked was, when did you actually join as the host for the first time? Here's a bonus question.
So I won?
So you lost.
Oh, y'all cheated.
No, you.
Alright, what's the bonus question?
The bonus question is to the nearest episode number, which was the episode number in which Jelani joined for the first time as a Loophole Podcast host?
Top.
Oh, Jelani said his buzzer sound first.
Episode 49.
I mean, he got it.
Yeah.
That's,
I only remember because that was supposedly episode 50.
yeah, it was supposed to be episode 50, but it was episode 49. And
Yeah.
it's funny because I was in a call, yeah, I was in a call with my girl and I was like, "Yo, it's gonna be episode 50. It's gonna be episode 50," and I'm like, "Oh shit, I missed an episode." It was fucking stupid. It was stupid, but I mean, obviously you learn, and it went on. Like the funny part is that it went on for weeks. Like I skipped episode 46, completely forgetting that I never did an episode 46 ever.
Wait, why didn't you do an episode 50?
I just forgot. I just fucking skipped the number without even thinking about it.
Oh, so you went from 45 to 47.
Yep. Yep, because in my...
Then technically you did do an episode 46 because you had to rename it to episode 50.
I did have to rename it. Hey, I appreciate it, Banks. I appreciate it, bro. Watching and enjoying. Appreciate it. So... we did the trivia. I did my little speech about the 1 year. We started reflecting on the episodes. We started talking about different experiences and shit. Is there anything else that we should mention before we end this off? Is something about the podcast?
Well,
because season 3 of the podcast is actually going to be out in 5 weeks. Is there something that we should improve with the podcast, especially with what we can do now?
I don't.
There's always room for improvement. We just gotta find where.
Do you think it's more of like a time thing, or is this something that maybe if we like started talking about it again, we might have like newer ideas for it?
Well, I know one thing we could talk about today. We could talk about Friday the 13th.
Is today Friday the 13th?
Today's Friday the 13th, and no one actually fucking mentioned it. No one said anything about it on Twitter. No one gave a fuck. Legit.
I'm about to go back to sleep.
Things to improve.
I'm so stupid.
Tux in chat says things to improve. Chris's fucking camera.
Yeah.
I
mean, I had to improve my camera, so you can as well.
I mean, he has his phone camera. That's
I'm not about to go buy another camera. I just use my phone for everything.
You need a new phone.
Isn't that bad?
It's that bad.
It looks so good to me. Like, to me, I can't tell that anything's wrong with it.
Look, it's probably the connection, because like when you're doing videos and shit, like it's actually good, but it's just when you're on Discord it's terrible, so it's probably your connection.
I thought it got better. I thought you said it had gotten better.
I mean, it has gotten better, because like I used to not being able to see like your lips when you talk, but now I do. Like I can actually like see you, but the frame rate is just so bad.
Yeah, because I remember it being like 1 frame per second.
Yeah, and I remember when Scheme was talking about that, and when it improved, he was like, "Oh, he went from 1 to 4 frames per second," and I fucking died laughing, bro.
Yeah.
No, leave my phone out of this. It might be really bad right now because it's about to thunderstorm, and it's Friday the 13th. What's such a mood?
I know one thing I can improve: my squeaky chair, because it's been squeaking all episode.
Man,
And here,
hold on.
now it
I
doesn't
might-
squeak.
I might buy a bunch of nicotine patches and shove them on my arm so I'm not smoking live. That'd be cool. Because I have a bad nicotine problem.
Isn't the patch here to like help you stop smoking?
Yeah, so, but
Okay.
I'll only use it for like the podcast though, and then put one on so I can
Yeah.
not.
I mean, you can smoke on the podcast. It's not like, again, yeah. But I mean, if you need to like cut down on it, then obviously by all means go for it. You need an African guest and ask me about Africa because people got false information about Africa. Okay, this might seem like a stupid question. Okay, considering. Are you both African?
Well, I mean, I'm Jamaican and Haitian.
Okay.
No, I'm not African. No.
Like, what? So wait, Chris, you are not of African descent. Like, no other origin country.
No, I'm Native American.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, wait, you might know Banks, Jelani, right?
Yeah, I know Banks. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's asking us about being a guest on the podcast. We'll see, bro. We'll see. I don't bring anybody on the podcast. I kind of like stay safe with all of that. But you're a good guy, Banks. So I mean, we'll see, bro. Tux says he has to go.
I thought about it. My grandpa was black, but he wasn't African. He's black.
Okay.
Because if you're like, African, you have to be from Africa. So I'm not African American. I'm just black. Kind of black, I guess.
Okay. Native American. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Tux says he has to go. Happy 1 year though. Hey, thank you. Hey, happy 1 year to the podcast. Honestly, I've enjoyed Fridays so much.
Scared. Wait, don't hang up. Wait.
I'm not ending. I'm just saying that.
Oh,
Like,
okay. There was a big thing of thunder. It scared the shit out of me.
Wait, what about lyrics? What about lyrics? Like,
he is. I mean,
Haitian?
no. He's Portuguese, that we know. But I'm not I'm not entirely sure about his like full origins. I do know that. I mean, I think he is African. I'm not too sure. Because he also has a little bit of Swiss in him because of his mom. So I'm not entirely sure, bro. I might have to ask Lyrics about this. We were talking because apparently, according to Banks, there was like a lot of false information about Africa, and he wants to address it on the podcast, which I mean I think would be okay to do, honestly.
Yeah.
So,
What's false about it? What happened to Africa?
just I guess false information about basic stereotypes or basic information that is like just common misconceptions, I guess, to go through.
I seen this interview with like an African and a gay rights activist, and he goes that the very first thing the interviewer says, he goes, so why are you gay?
I talk. Why are you gay? I've seen the interview, and I was talking like me and my girl were just having like a laugh about that interview. Just the why are you gay? That is a funny interview. However, it's kind of fucked up, but at the same time, like you can tell that the reporter just doesn't understand it, and I guess that's what makes it funny. Yeah, because it's not a common thing.
Yeah. She said, I don't know if she identified as they said, no, I'm not gay. And then he was like, oh, so who is gay? And then I was like, oh my god. I was like
how
so
is gay?
And then have y'all seen They Eat the Poo Poo? Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so this dude, he's in this church and he's trying to talk about like why gays shouldn't be in Africa, and he goes, he pulls up this laptop and there's gay porn on it, and he goes, they're eating the poo poo, they eat the poo poo, and they shove the fist, and he goes like this, he goes, they shove the fist, and he said, as if that wasn't enough, they go deeper, and I was like, oh my There was like children. There was like kids sitting in the back row, like watching this all go down.
Just your hand fucking motion just reminds me of if Superman was flying up like fucking. If you think it wasn't deep enough, he goes deeper.
It's like
I was
Clark
so
Kent.
shocked.
It's in more things than we thought.
I about nearly fucking broke my leg just now, bro.
Have you guys seen there's a priest and he goes, so semen is another kind of milk. Have y'all seen that? He's talking about Starbucks. He's talking about Starbucks, and he has this conspiracy that they put semen in the Starbucks coffee, and he says that's why the Starbucks tastes so good. And then the dude's like, so you like the taste of semen? And the priest is like, well, you see, semen it's another kind of milk.
I'm fucking dead, yo.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's why people have misconceptions of Africa. So we do need to get somebody on to explain this rap.
I remember watching an African video. Where it's like, it was a guy who had like a very long name. It was like.
On your chin, I actually fucking memorized that name. Yeah.
Wait, that's the name?
That's his name. Yeah, that's his real name. I think I still feel like I mispronounced the name, but that's actually his real name.
Yo, Banks is mad. I'm not talking about African.
No.
Have you ever watched Who Killed Captain Alec?
Yeah. Yes. I've seen all the Nollywood movies. They're fucking amazing. No.
Yeah, Hollywood.
Yeah. No,
God.
it's different, but at the same time, like, they're so creative, and that's I guess what I love about it. Like, the editing might not be good, but at the same time, like, are they able in a country that doesn't have access to insanely amazing amounts of editing, are they able to do better than what they've done with like Who Killed Captain Alex and all the reality TV shows and shit? So like,
well,
I just find it creative coming from them anyways.
Yeah. I think the budget was like $200.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty low, honestly. But if they're able to provide entertainment for this low of a price and still do it, like, it's still a good job. I mean, there's definitely a storyline with these Nollywood movies, that's for sure. But I mean, fuck. I mean, we'll see, man.
I don't know. I wonder what I do want someone from Africa on, because think about it, because in my mind, this is how I see Africa. Is like, because in America we got a lot of propaganda, so I see Africa as this very like dirty. I don't want to be that just like, I don't know, poverty. That's the word, and there are a lot of poverty. That's what I see on TV and stuff. That's just what I think of it as.
We'll see.
I don't know.
If you
And then I watched this documentary, and the Ebola. No, it wasn't Ebola. There was a different disease that started because in Africa, I guess they just poop in the water. So like they go outside where the lake is, and then they poop in that lake. And then like 2 feet away, there's also children playing in the lake. Oh. And then 3 feet away from that.
E. coli?
Yeah, E. coli, yeah. And then this dude just pooped and threw up all in this lake. And I'm like, bro, what are you doing? And then he like brought it back to his family on his hands and like rubbed their face like, how are y'all doing? I love y'all. And then a doctor had to tell them about washing their hands. Like, had to explain to them that you put water on your hands with soap and do this.
Banks saying that that's wrong. So maybe we might need to actually bring him on the podcast to talk about these things. Cause
Yeah, I need someone here to say the truth. 'Cause maybe Africa's like rich and beautiful. You know what I mean?
That's the false info I'm talking about. Okay, so Banks, I'll DM me. Okay, DM me. That way I'll know if you're serious about it, Banks. Either on my main Instagram or on the Loophole Podcast Instagram, like one of them, right? If you follow it already, but we might make this happen actually, because it might be interesting just for like a point of like conversation. I guess it's just something to talk about.
Because America, we have this weird thing where there's so much propaganda on TV. Like if I start going through channels on like just a regular TV, then the first thing I'll see is like how this country needs our help, so send money to help them. Send a quarter every month.
Yeah.
And then I'll see another one that's like, oh, this country needs food. Go send food here. So they have this notion in our heads that we're like, I don't know. It's weird. Maybe it's all bullcrap though.
Who knows? I mean, Banks, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Banks, I think is from Zimbabwe or lives in Zimbabwe. I'm not too sure, but I do know. I heard Zimbabwe somewhere. I'm not entirely sure, like if it was from him or from someone else that came into my Instagram live. But Banks is a cool dude, man. He's cool.
Yeah. I respect Banks a whole lot.
Yeah.
He respects me. I respect. That's
great.
Have I met Banks?
No.
Okay, because I'm not good with names. Y'all, it's thundering. Also, it's Friday the 13th, so everybody be very careful.
Bro, I've had a very good day today, honestly. So I mean,
I know I had a good dream.
But was it on par with Loopie flying with the ball in the sky?
Okay, come on. Damn it! There was a topic I wanted to talk about, but Lyrics is gone, so I can't really talk about it since he's the only one that kind of relates to it. So I'll leave it for next episode, maybe. But
I got one thing to throw out there. Then
Britney's free.
Britney is free. Okay, she has ended, or her dad decided to end the conservatorship, but which really means because Britney got a new lawyer, right? She got to pay for her own lawyer, so that means that her dad was like, oh shit, yeah, we're fucked. So I don't want to get sued, so I'm just going to end the conservatorship. So he went ahead and hurried up and ended it before he got sued.
Oh, well, he chickened out of the whole thing after 16 years of fucking bullcrap.
Yeah, because he knows he was in the wrong.
But he was just milking her fame.
And he was farming her. They were farming Britney Spears like a cow.
Yeah, it was terrible, and I read on this whole story and shit. And it was also making me think, like, that's probably the reason why they don't, like, nobody talks about Britney Spears anymore. And now that there's a whole, like, legal thing, especially with the conservatorship and everything, like, this whole Britney thing was actually fucking serious, honestly. And now that the conservatorship is being ended, it's probably in the process of being ended, we might see Britney Spears again. I mean, when's the last time she dropped a song? Let me check.
She dropped a song with will.i.am, and she said, it's Britney, bitch. And will.i.am said, you are now rocking with will.i.am and Britney, bitch.
Well, I mean,
I think
that was years ago. That was like 10 years ago at most. I think she hasn't dropped in. She hasn't.
Oh wait, no, she did that. She did that Mona Lisa. She said she's a clone. I think that might have been recent.
Okay, she hasn't dropped an album in a year actually. But that 2020 album was actually the first thing she posted in 4 years. Actually, no. Glory, the 9th studio album from Spears, was released in August 2016 to critical praise and chart success, but failed to reach the success of her other albums. So she hasn't dropped in 5 years. However, she did do a deluxe in 2020. But it's not relevant enough for it to be talked about in the bio, so I guess she hasn't properly dropped in 5 years.
I bet you anything. This is what I think is going to happen. I think she's not going to drop something and do things immediately because they've been working her so much. And in that interview with that judge, she said that all I want to do is take a break and ride in the fucking car with my boyfriend. That's what she said. So.
Yeah, and didn't she say she wanted to have a kid once again?
Yeah, she said that she wanted to have a kid and get married, but the conservatorship wouldn't let her. They put a UDI, which is like a thing that goes up your.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah. But now since the conservatorship has ended, I feel like now she should live her dreams. If she wants to get pregnant, kid, she should have it. Because that's what she's been wanting.
Yeah. But
what if it comes out that she's actually sick? It's like they needed the conservatorship and she actually was losing her mind, and then she gets all of her money back and starts plotting to destroy the world and blows up a town or something.
Well,
I wouldn't blame her. Throughout all her years, she's gone through so much betrayal that if she does destroy the world, I would not blame her for it. Because the world betrayed her, essentially. So.
Literally. And then her little sister, what is her little sister's name? Is her little sister's name Jamie? Yeah, so.
She was in Zoe 101.
Yeah, she was in Zoe 101. She, did the same thing that her father was doing. Like, her name was on the conservatorship. I don't know if it still is. But, yeah, she was doing the exact same thing her father was doing, just living off her sister's money. And nobody knew until, it came out, and then Jamie Lynn went live and started trying to apologize. She was like, well, Britney's gonna come back, and she's gonna take over the world like she always does. And then... Anyway.
Well,
I mean, hopefully they leave Britney alone.
Yeah, just leave her alone. Leave her alone now. We did it.
Yeah, I mean, she
Britney
is
alone.
39 years old.
Oh my god, that's ancient.
Yes. And she was married twice, actually. She was married once with Jason Allen Alexander, but it only lasted maybe a couple months because it says 2004, 2004. And then married again later during that year with Kevin Federline from 2004 to 2007, which is probably when the conservatorship happened. I don't know when the conservatorship first came into fruition or how it even came to be, but it happened.
Loopy, have you ever played Red Dead? It's raining! Oh my god, it's raining, y'all! Oh my god, it's pouring.
I just heard that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna... Oh my god. It's really getting it. Friday the 13th ain't playing today.
Be a flood?
Oh, I hope so. That's, rain is my favorite weather. It makes my back feels better and everything already.
Damn.
I love the rain. My mom's probably gonna try to call me and be like, "It's raining," and I'm like, "I know." Oh yeah, have you played Red Dead Redemption 2?
No, I actually haven't.
What?
I don't have a PS4 anymore. I sold it many months ago.
You can get it on the computer, right?
I think, but I mean, I just was never interested I was never interested in this franchise anyways.
Bro, have you ever played GTA 5?
Of course I have.
Okay, it's better than GTA 5.
Okay.
That Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most realistic games I've ever played in my life. Anyway, I was asking you because I wanted to know what other cultures think about. Okay, I don't want to sound stupid, so let me say it like this. Did you guys have like outback country in France before like civilization started growing?
Outback.
Or is that just an American thing? Where like we wear cowboy hats and like lasso
I think
pig.
I think it was an American thing because we were more into like the medieval stuff a bit. Like we weren't.
Did y'all wear the midi?
like when was like the Old West type shit like happening?
I think it was like 17, 18, the 1800s, right?
Yeah, we were more about like because we were under a monarchy. So monarchy, is that how you?
Yeah, monarchy.
Yeah, monarchy. So we were more into like more like noble stuff. Like there were different classes per person or family or whatever. And
Okay, I gotta show you guys this. It's fucking crazy.
okay.
Dude, this is nuts. Ow! Hold up.
Alright.
Oh, what the fuck, yo?
Look at this! What the fuck is happening?
Is that hail?
That's a.
Oh my god!
Is that fucking hail, bro?
We're gonna die. Oh my god!
Well, I mean, it's not raining. It's all gonna be fun.
Bro, how the fuck is it raining in Oklahoma? Oh, well, it looks like hail. It looks literally like hail.
Oh my god!
Bruh, how the fuck is it doing that in August?
Oh, welcome to Oklahoma. We have weather that like just you seen it. Just 2 seconds ago it was like pretty outside. Oh shit, I gotta get my cigarettes. Ooh, these motherfuckers
Didn't you
tried to
say
get
it
me.
was like it was thunder and lightning and all that?
Yeah, that was later during the podcast, but it was like he started the episode like outside actually, but he got back inside.
Yeah, welcome to Oklahoma, dude. Like within a drop of a dime, everything could be destroyed.
Fucking hell, bro. All right. I will have to cut this episode short for tonight.
Wait, don't look at that.
Well, I see
See
it,
the
Chris.
trees moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
It
Yeah,
it
we
looked
see
like
everything.
fucking hail, bruh. Legit, for a second. It looked like fucking ice shits.
Listen to my fireplace. My fireplace is tripping. You hear that?
I hear a little bit. It's like very faint, but
Anyway.
alright. Well, I'm gonna have to cut this episode short. I do want to say one more time, happy 1 year of the Loophole Podcast. Always reach the top. Alright,
Yes.
1 year. I hope to make this many more years, okay? I do want to live this dream, right? They say if you remember your dreams, you can make them true. I've had a dream one time. We were all in the same fucking studio recording one episode of the Loophole Podcast. If we can do that, like meet up and actually record an episode of the Loophole Podcast, then the dream will have come true, basically. So,
Was I skinny in the dream?
what's up?
Was I skinny in the dream?
Were you skinny in the dream?
Yeah, like really skinny.
I don't know, because we were all sat down and actually never, like, I never seen,
Yeah.
like, any, like, stood up. Also, Jelani was not in the dream at the time. It was just me, Chris, and Lyrics, because Jelani came in, like, later during the podcast. But, I mean, hey, could also have Jelani on, so, you know, just, we could all meet in the same location, record an episode of the podcast, you know, do that, but it's gonna be
I'm
wild.
down.
It's gonna
But
be
we would have to play Red Dead Redemption.
Sure. Next summer, me and Lyrics are planning to meet, and well, I'm not too sure if it's going to happen, but I think he will be like able to, since he will be turning 16, and I'm also going to be meeting my girl next summer. So yeah, I'm going to be meeting people, but just me and Lyrics like in the same like Loophole Podcast episode like that, it would be fucking crazy. So hopefully on our 2-year anniversary we can have lyrics in my room.
And maybe even Crypt as well.
Yeah. I definitely do want to bring my girlfriend on the podcast, like in one episode. I'm not too sure like when exactly. Maybe on my birthday, cause.
Oh, and we can have a bachelor. We can have a bachelor episode where I question her on everything, like I'm some kind of stepfather. Dude, I really think that I should call somebody.
Call somebody, bro. Isn't it evening this time?
Because
all right. Well, me too.
it's like it's bad out there.
All right.
I'm gonna get struck by lightning by this window. All right, hurry, come on.
You'll be fine, Chris. So I want to thank everybody for watching and listening to the Loophole Podcast all this time. Thank you all so much for the support. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Jelani. Thank you, Lyrics, for making my Fridays fun. And I hope this podcast is fun for you guys too. Because I don't know, I see something in the podcast that I hope others see as well. And man, I hope to keep continuing this. So hell yeah, happy 1 year.
Yay! Happy 1 year, everybody. No one brought me a gift. All right. Anyway, sorry.
Well,
Like someone should have brought you that sandwich.
I didn't even finish my sandwich. Just started eating those. However, I did finish that actually. Fuck. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Be sure to subscribe to everybody and follow everybody in their respective social media platforms. This has been your boy Loopie, I am your boy, but I am your host, Loopie. Alongside me, also your hosts, Lyrics, who's not here anymore today, Jelani Muna and E Crystal. Thank y'all so much. Fuck Lady Gaga and penis.
Be kind.
Oh, bless up his
Yeah.
hype, but fuck Lady Gaga and
Reach the top.
penis. Yes.